Medicaid, and the life-changing doom loop that's going to impact millions and millions and millions of people all across the country. I certainly need to take a few minutes to talk about this because of the roughly 70 million people that are enrolled in Medicaid, I would imagine there's a number of people that may not recognize this is coming. It's coming soon, and it's going to impact a lot of people in a major way, and I want to tell you this information so you can be prepared, so you know what's actually coming if you are enrolled in Medicaid. Now, I do want to clarify, we're talking about Medicaid, not to be mistaken with Medicare, which I also do talk about Medicare quite a bit here on the channel as well, but we're talking about Medicaid in this video. Now, I also do have this article right here. I'm going to pop this up on the screen in just a minute so you can see and read for yourself exactly what this is saying. You can read it, and I'll pull out the key details within the article. There's a lot to talk about here, and I want you to understand all of this information. Now, quick little side note, let's address the elephant in the room for just a second. You might be wondering, why are you wearing sunglasses? Now, here's the deal. If you don't know this about me, I'm blind, but even though I'm blind, my eyes are still very, very, very sensitive to light, and honestly, I've been really struggling with light sensitivity lately, so I appreciate your understanding, but I may be wearing sunglasses in some videos lately just because my eyes are just like burning so much. I just need a little bit of relief. So again, thank you so much for your understanding. I really appreciate it. Let's pop this article up right here, right now. Let's talk through the details on this. All right, so going back to last summer, 2025, the big multi-trillion-dollar reconciliation bill, otherwise known as the OBBB, was signed into law. Within that, there were also provisions to change Medicaid, okay? Now, here's what they did. They implemented work requirements into Medicaid, which is interesting because we've never had work requirements for Medicaid before, with the exception of a couple states out there that have tried implementing work requirements to Medicaid just within the respective states. There's now going to be a national law that states work requirements across the entire country for the roughly 70 million people enrolled in Medicaid. Now, does this mean that every single person needs to go out there and get a job if they're on Medicaid? No. Not at all, okay? There are some exceptions to the rule here. Here's what it comes down to. This is only those individuals that are able-bodied adults without dependents. ABAWD is the acronym for that. Again, able-bodied adults without dependents. Now, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, or if you've seen any of my food stamp videos over the last several months here, this has also been a big talking point around food stamps, which is the ABAWD acronym, because they also changed food stamps in that big piece of legislation as well, and they also implemented the ABAWD work requirements for food stamps. Now, we're not talking about food stamps here, but again, just want to give you that quick little comparison because we've heard this acronym, we've heard this definition many times before around the food stamp, the SNAP benefit program as well, but it's also with the Medicaid program. Now, here's the deal. The work requirements, again, are those people that are able-bodied adults without dependents. Again, able-bodied, so if you're somebody with a disability, you're exempt because people with disabilities are not considered able-bodied, okay? I just want to be fair with you. Now, the age range on this is 19 to 64. 19 to 64. If somebody's between that age range, they're able-bodied and they don't have a dependent, they would be required to fulfill the work requirement to still be covered by Medicaid. Now, what is the work requirement? It is 80 hours per month, which translates into 20 hours per week, and that could be done with working, volunteering, skill training, education training, these types of things like this. Now, how do they qualify if somebody's actually doing this? They're basically doing this on a 3-month rolling check. Essentially, what they're doing is they're checking individuals every 3 months, and this is something that would need to be reported to your specific state. Okay, so whatever state you're in, this is who you would need to report to. Your actual working, volunteering, skill training, education training, whatever it happens to be. Again, 20 hours per week, 80 hours per month is going to be the rule. Now, when does it go into effect? Right now, today? No, not right now, today. When? January 1st of 2027. Now, you might be thinking, that's so long from right now. Why would you even talk about this? Do you want a little heads up, or do you want to wait until the middle of December and then get this message and say, oh, hey, do you realize January you got to get a job? Yeah, you don't want to get that message then, okay? So I'm telling you this now so you have ample time to prepare and figure out a plan for this. And again, This is just those individuals that are able-bodied. I really, really, really want to hammer that, simply because when it comes down to food stamps, which I talk about pretty often here on the channel, I talk about food stamps, the SNAP program, those people that have an EBT card where their benefits are deposited onto. And when I talk about these types of things with the able-bodied adult definition there, I constantly get questions on that saying, I have a disability. Do I need to do this? No. If you have a disability, you're exempt. And the reason that I say that is because people that have a disability are not considered able-bodied. So, hey, shout out to all the disabled people out there. I'm right there with you. Again, I told you this earlier. I'm blind. Many of you know this. Again, for once, it might actually be like, a little handy to have a disability. I mean, seriously, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Having a disability is not like, always fun and games and stuff like that. It's not like a super, walk in the park every day. But for once, maybe it's like, hey, having this disability may actually be a little bit of a benefit for once, right? So anyway, point being is that please be very aware of this, okay? Because it would be a rude awakening for millions of people that are completely unaware of this and all of a sudden roll into the new year, 2027. Hey, welcome. Wow, it's a new year. Party on. And then realize, this is bad. I'm getting kicked off of Medicaid because I'm not fulfilling the work requirement, the skill training, the education training, the volunteering, whatever it happens to be. Okay, so I'm telling you this now so you can kind of have it in the back of your mind, start thinking about it, and figure out a plan as far as what you want to do going forward. And again, you don't have to do anything. If you don't want to do anything, just be prepared that they're going to kick you off of Medicaid. Okay, I don't know how else to say it in a nice way. I apologize, but that's just the reality of the matter. If you don't fulfill this and you're between the ages of 19 and 64, you're on Medicaid. If you don't fulfill these requirements and you don't have a disability, you're able-bodied, whatever it happens to be, if you don't fulfill it, they're basically going to say, well, sorry, we gave you an opportunity and we're going to boot you off the program, essentially. Okay, so again, I don't know how else to say that in a nice way. I'm just trying to be fair with you here, just so you have an ample heads up to be very, very, very prepared with what's going to be coming as of the new year of 2027. And again, I totally recognize that's a very long time from right now as I film this video. I totally get that. But we also still need to be very, very aware of what's coming so we can be prepared for all that, okay? Anyway, and again, want to be very clear about this. This is Medicaid, not Medicare. Big, big, big difference. There's no work requirement whatsoever for Medicare, okay? Medicare, no work requirement whatsoever. You don't have to do anything there to get Medicare. Once you're on, you're pretty much good. Just pay your premiums if if you're on Medicare, whatever it happens to be, okay? All right, anyway. Hope this helps you out. Again, as always, please subscribe down below if you're new here. Big subscribe button. Please share the video. Big share button down below. Otherwise, leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Let me know what I can do for you with this. Again, I know it's very confusing. A lot of big things have changed recently. A lot of major changes around Social Security and food stamps and Medicare and Medicaid. Again, I'm trying to cover all that lately. There's just been a lot of big changes. Anyway, let me know what I can do for you. Again, drop your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Please subscribe if you're new. Share the video. Otherwise, most importantly, check out any of the other well over 6,000 plus videos here on the channel in the video library. Check those out. Otherwise, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one. And I'll catch you again later in the next one.